We continue reading from Sri Isopanishad. We are on mantra 2. We finished the invocation and we finished the mantra 1. The invocation was that there is a complete whole, he is whole and perfect. And from him so many complete units are emanating that are all complete. And then mantra 1, that everything belongs to the Supreme Lord. So we should just take what is set aside as our quota. Now let's read. Kurvan eveha karmani chijivishek chatam samaha evam tvai nan yathetosti na karma lipyate nare. One may aspire to live for hundreds of years if he continuously goes on working in that way, for that sort of work will not bind him to the law of karma. There is no alternative to this way for man. So what was that? One may aspire to live for 100 years if he continuously goes on working in that way. What way? What way is being said? Saying that the way that everything belongs to God. And so I need to engage it in his service. For that sort of work will not bind him to the law of karma. There is no alternative to this way for man, because then it's karma yoga. We continuing doing our duties, but we connect it to Krishna. We offer result to Krishna. We offer gratitude to Krishna. That becomes karma yoga. So we are not changing our work. We are just changing our consciousness. That is Krishna consciousness. We are being conscious of Krishna. Krishna is a person. He's not only consciousness. He's a person. And so we are trying to please him, to revive our love for him. And then there is said there is no alternative to this way for man. So means we should work in this way. We should. That's what is being said. Isopanishad is saying that engage in karma yoga. No one wants to die. Everyone wants to live as long as he can drag on. Right? This body is so dear to us, very dear to us. We try all the best to protect it, all the best to make it as comfortable as possible. We get disease, we want to cure it. We don't. None of us. We might say, yeah, I want to die, but do we actually want to? No. Why? Because we don't know where we are going to go after we leave the body. There's a fear there. Where will I go after I leave the body? So then we need to know where we are going to go. And Bhagavad Gita teaches us that. Bhagavatam teaches us that. So it's our responsibility to study that. This tendency is visible not only individually, but also collectively in the community, society, and nation. There is a hard struggle for life by all kinds of living entities. And the Vedas say that this is quite natural. The living being is eternal by nature, but due to his bondage in material existence, he has to change his body over and over. This process is called transmigration of the soul, or karma bandhana, bondage by one's work. The living entity has to work for his livelihood because that is the law of material nature. And if he does not act according to his prescribed duties, he transgresses the law of nature and binds himself more and more to the cycle of birth and death in many species of life. Oh, wow, what is this? So what is being said? That here in this material world, all kinds of living entities. So what do you mean all kinds of living entities? Means right from an ant up to Lord Brahma. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita that right from an ant to Lord Brahma, we are all being attacked by the material miseries here in this material world. It is a hard struggle. What is the hard struggle? What is the hard struggle? Because we are thinking that we are the body. We are thinking we are the controller, the master, the owner, the enjoyer. Because of this, then there is this hard struggle. Because we do not want to accept the truth. We want to pretend to be God. We want to pretend everything belongs to me. We want to pretend that I'm enjoying here without Krishna. We want to pretend that I can control everything and everyone. And because we are not able to do it, we are struggling. That's what the struggle is about. So then, and another thing, we are souls, we are eternal, but the law of material world is what? That if you are born here, you have to die. Then you have to take another body. Then you have to die. That is the law. We cannot say, no, it's not for me. This law is not for me. I will not follow it. Sorry. I will stay in this body forever. I can think it. I could believe that, but that's not a fact. Nobody's going to listen to me. We are going to be kicked out of this body, and then at another point, we'll find ourselves in another body. Won't even know what happened. And this is called transmigration of the soul, or karma bandhana, bondage by one's work. So how do I get my next body? Depending on whatever work I'm doing in this life. With my karma, with my actions, I'm creating my destiny. My destiny is in my hands. How I'm working, I'm creating my next body. And so each of us have this choice. You, me, everyone. How we are acting, now we are creating our new body. Now we have to work. If we don't do work, I will say, okay, I don't want another body, so I will stop working. Then let me see. You're telling me I'm going to get another body because of the work I'm doing? Fine. I'm not going to do any work. I'll just sit and do nothing. It's not possible. It's not possible. We can't. Even to eat food, we have to pick up the food and put it in our mouth and chew it. There is not one moment that we can't do anything. And we have to work for our livelihood. That is the nature of this world. And if we do not work according to prescribed duty, whatever position we are in society, whatever duties we have to do, if we don't do that, what will happen? We are going against the law of nature. Then what happens? We get implicated in sinful reactions. Like over here, for example, we don't follow the laws of the road. Then we are going to be, the police will come and give us a ticket, penalize us. If the offense is very grave, then behind bars. Depends on what is the activity done. So same here. I might think, let me cheat Mother Nature. I will stop work. No, but it said, the Vedas say, whatever position you are in life, you have to do your duty. Otherwise, it's sinful. You will get some reaction then. So there's no way out. We think maybe by our intelligence we can get some solution, but there is no way. So other life forms are also subject to the cycle of birth and death. But when the living entity attains a human life, he gets a chance to get free from the chains of karma. Oh, finally. So I don't want to take another body. So, there's a way I can get free from karma. Only in the human life. Only in the human life, not in any other, not an animal or tree or bird or fish. So karma, akarma, and vikarma are very clearly described in the Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is giving us this very detailed information. Actions that are performed in terms of one's prescribed duties, as mentioned in the revealed scriptures, are called karma. Then, okay, whatever position I am in society, I need to work because that's what I need to do. And then I will enjoy or suffer in that way. So that's karma. Then actions that free one from the cycle of birth and death are called akarma. Oh, you mean I can do some action which can help me get out of here, of this material world, free from the cycle of birth and death? And that's called akarma. And actions that are performed through the misuse of one's freedom and that direct one to the lower life forms are called vikarma. So what is vikarma? Is when we are acting against the Vedas, acting sinfully. acting against the prescribed regulations. We can. Nobody's going to stop us because we have the freedom. You know, somebody will say, who are you to tell me what I have to do? I can do whatever I like. I can drink alcohol to how much ever I like. Who are you to tell me? Sure, we can't tell you anything because you have a free will to do it. That's okay. But the Vedas say that if we go against the scriptures of the injunctions of the Vedas, then we will be degraded to lower life forms. We will get animal bodies, or, you know, or trees, or even some stones have life. Just depends on our consciousness, our desire. So we can see how by our actions, we are creating our next body. Of these three types of action, that which frees one from the bondage to karma is preferred by intelligent men. So if somebody is intelligent, he'll say, okay, I have to work. It's not that I can get away without working. So I have to work. Let me work in such a way that will free me from this cycle of birth and death, of this karma and all these things. Ordinary men wish to perform good work in order to be recognized and achieve some higher status of life in this world or in heaven. But more advanced men want to be free altogether from the actions and reactions of work. So many people want to do good, perform good work for various intentions. Let me share because I have more, or I will become great. People will worship me, say that I'm so good. You know, I'll be recognized by everyone. And because of this, I can go to the heavenly planets. I can enjoy there. But then that is ordinary. But somebody with intelligence, what does he want to do? He's saying, I want to finish this action, reaction, or work. I don't want to get any more into this. Intelligent men well know that both good and bad quality work equally bind one to the material miseries. Consequently, they seek that work which will free them from the reactions of both good and bad work. Such liberating work is described here in the pages of Sri Isopanishad. So Sri Isopanishad is teaching us how we can work so that we do not need to take another body again in this material world. We can get free from the cycle of birth and death, because intelligent person, as Prabhupada is saying, can understand that if I do good work, I still am in the material world. I will still take another birth to be able to enjoy the good results of the work I have done. I might go to the heavenly planets or have more riches or more beautiful. But what's the use? I still have to come back. And if I do bad work, what will happen? I again have to come back to suffer the reactions of the bad things I have done. But I don't want to come back. What's the third way? You're saying if I do good, I will come back. If you're saying if I do bad, I'll come back. What's the way? I don't want to come back to this material world. Get out of this material world. And that Sri Isopanishad is saying that do a karma. A karma. We'll hear about it tomorrow more. And Krishna speaks so much about it in Bhagavad Gita. That is karma yoga. Do work for the satisfaction of Krishna. Work in such a way that Krishna will be pleased. And that work is a karma. So we'll read more detail about it tomorrow. We still have to cover this mantra, this purport. Are there any questions or comments?
Just wanted to ask that, so every mantra in Isopanishad is telling us the way how to live the life, right? Or what is the reality?
What is the reality? Yes.
What is the reality, right? So
yes.
Then the first one told us
the first one, Om Purnamada Purnamidam. That's the invocation. That the complete whole, everything belongs to the complete
Krishna.
whole. We can hear the personality of Godhead is perfect and complete. And because he's completely perfect, all emanations from him, such as this phenomenal world, are perfectly equipped as complete wholes. Whatever is produced of the complete whole is also complete in itself, because he is the complete whole. Even though so many complete units emanate from him, he remains the complete balance. So what does it mean? The Supreme Lord, he is complete and perfect. Means everything, anything which we experience, which we don't experience, which we see, we can't see, all belong to the Supreme Lord. There is nothing, there is no one that does not belong to the Supreme Lord. So that means all the demigods, Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Lord Ganesha, Hanumanji, Durga Devi, whoever you name, there's so many, 33 crore demigods. They all belong to the Supreme Lord. They all belong to Krishna. Anything that we see, or any planet we go to, the hellish planets, the Patal Loka, or the Swarg Loka, or the Brahma Loka, or even the spiritual world, the Vaikuntha Loka, all belong to the Supreme Lord, to the absolute truth, because the absolute truth is complete and perfect. Complete means everything is there. There's nothing missing. So that is the invocation. And although he's creating so many complete units, so many universes are coming out from him, yet he remains complete. He doesn't become less. It's not that you take a cake and you cut a piece of the cake and so, okay, so now one piece is out, so that cake is incomplete. But Krishna is not cake. He's the Supreme Lord. And so even though so many pieces of cake are coming out of him, he still remains the complete cake. But we can't even compare cake to Krishna, because cake is a thing and Krishna is a person. He's a supreme person. He's the God. But just for our tiny understanding, means no one, nowhere is separate from Krishna. Nothing is separate from Krishna. Krishna is complete. Then the mantra 1, okay, everything is coming from him. So everything is controlled by him.
Yeah.
Like that.
Okay.
And if we understand this, we can live for hundreds of years.
Oh, so the second one.
The second one is
in a connection with this, that if we understand this, then we aspire to live for hundreds of years. Is it?
Yes. Yeah. So if we understand, because everything is belonging to the Lord and everything is controlled by the Lord. So what about me? Means whatever I'm getting is by the mercy of the Lord. So I should take only the things which are necessary for me to maintain myself. Understanding that everything belongs to the Lord. And so he's providing me, he's maintaining me. And so as my duty, because it's provided by him, because it's his, let me offer it to him. Let me engage in his service. And if I act in that way, I will have no karma. That's a karma. Then I can come out of the cycle of birth and death.
Okay, wow. So it is connected, right?
Yeah,
it is connected. Like we can't just always remember the first one and then forget the second, and then, but they're all connected.
Yeah. So because he's complete, what does complete means? Everything belongs to him. Everything. He has everything in him. And so because he has everything in him, of course, he's controlling everything. He's owning everything. And because he's controlling and owning everything, then what about the things that I have? Oh, they're given to me by him. Oh, so let me offer my gratitude to him. Let me be grateful he's given me. Let me, if I'm eating, let me first offer it to him. And then let me eat it as prasad. And then if I do that, I'm getting out of the cycle of birth and death. I do not need to come back to this material world. I can go back to Vaikuntha.
Wow.
Yeah.
So beautiful. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, Isopanishad is very good to lay the foundation, it's like a foundation to the whole, what do you say, the mood of why we are doing what we are doing. It's because of this.
I think all the books are so important.
Oh yeah.
If we try to meditate on it, like in the sense that if we try to see the mood, what each mantra is in.
Yes, so true. And we can see how they all complement each other. There's no contradiction.
Yeah, no.
In the Vedic scriptures, there is no contradiction. We can see how Isopanishad is complementing Bhagavad Gita, which is complementing Srimad Bhagavatam, which is complementing Sri Caitanya Caritamrta. And then it's giving us an even more deeper understanding.
Yeah.
And this is bhakti. We are speaking about Krishna, we are hearing about Krishna, we are trying to understand Krishna. And this is bhakti.
Yeah. Wow. This is really beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining in today. Shri Isopanishad ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki